Hey everybody, welcome back around to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host, Doug here, of course, with your video blog for May 19th, 2014. Just a two-blog week this week. I'm going to be off Friday and Monday, so I'll be unavailable during that time to do blogs, but I'll be back next Wednesday with a fresh blog as well. So we got today, Wednesday, and next Wednesday as we move right through the NBA playoffs. MLB action was great over the weekend. I also got your New York sports update for you as well. So let's get right to it. NBA playoffs yesterday. We saw Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Really the matchup, if you talk to people throughout the year, this is the matchup everybody thought was going to happen. Really the two only serviceable championship contenders in the East. These two teams both came out. The Pacers, so important that they got that home court advantage. LeBron James now 0-7 in his opening round road games, Game 1. Really what it came down to was the Pacers just played better team basketball. The Pacers take the 1-0 lead, the 107-96 lead. The Heat defense really wasn't great. The Pacers shared the ball well, 23 assists to 12 turnovers. Really the Heat shared it well too. The Heat just struggled to shoot the ball. The balanced scoring for the Pacers was key. All five starters in double figures, with Paul George leading the way with 24. Hibbert and West both with 19. Lance Stevenson with 17 as he played the majority of the minutes at the shooting guard spot. And George Hill finishing with 15 as well. And really what it came down to for the Heat, they had two guys that scored the ball well. LeBron finished with 25, Dwayne Wade with 27, and really only two other guys in double figures, Chris Anderson and Ray Allen, who both played a lot of garbage minutes, okay? The Heat shot the ball terrible from three. This has become a opportunistic three-point shooting team. They shot 26% from the three, and they attempted just 15 free throws. On the other side of that, the Pacers attempted 37 free throws and made 29 of them. So it really came down to the three-point and the free throw shooting, and that's what was really the difference in this game and could be the difference in this series. Game 2, I think LeBron's going to refocus. They're going to shoot better. I'm going to take the Heat in Game 2. That's tomorrow night, and this series will be tied up at 1, heading back to Miami. Tonight we have Game 1 between the Spurs and the Thunder. This is going to be a great matchup in San Antonio, as the Spurs won the season series. It's going to be a great game to watch for sure. If you get a chance to, definitely tune into this. It's going to be on 9 o'clock on TNT, as TNT, I believe, carries all of the Western Conference Finals games. It's going to be a great matchup. The key matchup I'm definitely looking at is the matchup of Parker and Westbrook. Who can stop who and who can score enough, okay? And it's going to also come down to if the Thunder can find a third option to go along with Durant and Westbrook. Looks like Serge Ibaka could be out for the Game 1, so that's going to be a big factor, and we'll see what happens. But I think the Spurs are just too balanced. I'm going to take the Spurs to win this series in 6, and I'm taking Spurs Heat rematch in the playoffs, but in the finals, and I'll let you know who's going to win that once we get to that stage. So we'll talk more Game 2s we'll talk Game 1 of Spurs Oklahoma City, do a Game 2 preview. We'll also wrap up Game 2 of the Heat and Pacers in the Eastern Conference. Alright, it was a great weekend in Major League Baseball, a lot of big-time performances, another guy going on the DL. Let's get to the performance of the weekend, and the performance of the weekend will go to Alex Gordon of the Kansas City Royals. Yesterday, 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs as the Royals beat the Orioles 8-6. The other big storyline so far this year has been the Oakland A's. They stay hot. They're now 28-16. I believe that's the best record in baseball. They've now won 5 out of 6, and after a 13-3 win over the Indians, they sweep the Indians. They're just rolling along. Brandon Moss starting to hit the ball. Just a lot of Yoenis Cespedes making another run at a solid season as well. Another guy that was making a run at a very good season, Jose Abreu, leader in the majors in home runs for the White Sox at 15. He's a rookie, of course. 15 homers, 42 RBIs. He's going to be on his way to the DL with some ankle tendonitis. This is just going to be a 15-day deal. It's not going to be a long-term thing, so we'll get to see Jose Abreu back in that lineup in just about 2 weeks. I'm a little sad the Yankees are going out there this weekend, and I wanted to see Jose Abreu play. Won't get a chance to see that, but he'll be coming to the stadium sometime soon, and that's going to be a fun guy to watch play. That segues us into our final segment of the day, the New York Sports Update. The Yankees over the weekend take 2 out of 3 from the Pirates. They split a doubleheader and won the game on Saturday. They now have a half-game lead in the American League East at 23-20. They head to Chicago for 6 games this week, 2 at the Cubs starting tomorrow, and 4 at the White Sox that'll start on Thursday night. So tomorrow we got Yankees versus Cubs. It's going to be a great pitching matchup. We got Masahiro Tanaka, 6-0, 2.17 versus Jason Hamill, 4-2 with a 3.06. That first pitch will be right around 8:05. And for the Mets struggle over the weekend. They dropped 2 out of 3 to the Nationals. They're now 3.5 games back in that division. They're home for a big series against the Dodgers starting tomorrow. Josh Beckett will go for the Dodgers at 1-1 with a 2.38 versus the rookie and making his second start, Rafael Montero, 0-1 with a 4.50. New York Knicks will wait to hire their coach until they can talk to Derek Fisher of the OKC Thunder. They like Fisher. I'm thinking Fisher's got to be the front runner at this point. Jeff Van Gundy also on that short list as well. It's going to be interesting what they do for sure. Just a quick news note here for you. The Belmont Stakes are coming up, and California Chrome has been given the okay to wear the nasal strip, and he will run for the Triple Crown to try to become the 12th winner to win the Triple Crown and be the first since affirmed. We'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to do our MLB Power Rankings. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get into those Power Rankings. We'll talk NBA playoffs. We're going to have a new team at the top of the Power Rankings, I can tell you that. We'll talk NBA playoffs, Game 1, Game 2, Eastern Conference, Western Conference. And we're going to break down NFL rookie minicamp as minicamp has ended. We'll talk about who has had the biggest impact and who still needs to make that impact to make that opening weekend roster. Always remember to follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. You can also comment, question, or subscribe to my page on YouTube or on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in to the Blog and Drill. I'll be back on Wednesday. Have a good start to your week.